Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go, set, 70, Indy. 25, check 25, check 25. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Check 52. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
On first down, Hurd. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Whip. Watch the whip. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Hey, lock it. Safety's creeping. Check it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, orbit.
Back to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, again.
They'll run it now, out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. He'll field this at the 5. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
47. Check, 47. I got one.
They'll get this out wide to Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
You got it. You got it.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. 2 times. 4 down. Watch the safety creep. Kill. Turn now. Kill. Turn up. Hey, exit. Deep grip.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Haskins will throw, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Set, 8, read. Hey, wahoo! Watch the right. 65, 65. Shoot!
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints. Will take over with a first down and 10. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC, and the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
From the 39, Haskins. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked three. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Niners. 67 yards on the ground.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
No score after one on EA Sports. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jalen Hurd with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
This is Samuels. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, baby. Check the hot read. Switch. Get it.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Team 6.
They're going to look to throw. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Here's Pirine. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Back. 80 weapons. Hard. Hey, Foxtrot. Now.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards, first down Niners.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Come on,
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Check three. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Here we go. And Sousa. General West.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Saints 40-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
All day, every day.
try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Gold maybe not blessed with the strongest leg in the league, but he might be the most accurate. 2 for 2 from 50-plus a year ago, and he converts another one here.
Yeah, you don't want to play horse with Robbie Gould as a kicker. That guy can maneuver a football with his foot.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Come on, set. It's 56. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Now Haskins on first down. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Marcus Davenport. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
We got chips over here. 6-6. Pull it high.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Kill. Check 99. Check 99.
He'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Not today, you are. Not today. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Recon, 132 fighter. Bravo.
Now back to throw. This one into the hands of Hurd. Call it a 3-yard gain. And they're going to face a third down.
Single, single. 61. Matchbox lights.
Third and 4.
Look at me. Door, door.
Back to throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game? And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Saints 17-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check 9, check 9. X3, 218, chopper. Check, 49, check 49, check 49. Joker. Rush in. Tighten up. Big river.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. 47.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Kill.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready? 10 Lobo. Pick me up. Here we go. 5.
Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base.
Run the mic. Watch one. Let's go.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Leads to second and goal.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They'll try the left side. Hurd. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
Set.
Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Watch his flat.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, zoom. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kendrick Bourne, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Waters. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. This is complete to Michael Thomas. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
At the 20-yard line.
Ready, ready. 8, read.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, Sam off.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
2nd and 9 now. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be out right at the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
Check 4, check 4.
Get it.
Now Pirine. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, rock it, rock it.
Second and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go now.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third.
Check 43. Bang.
Look, squeeze. Smooth.
Mike one.
Back to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Come on, D. Check.
Hey, high 7.
2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Rock it. Gone.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Buying time to his left. He gets this into the hands of Taylor, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
It's second and inches at the 29-yard line.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Second down and inches. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
49ers first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hurd. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Another pistol look here. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another? And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jalen Hurd, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins, complete. Smith has it. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Saints first down.
Haskins now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Heavy. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I go.
2nd down, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on 1st down. Hurd, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Got it. 47. Mike's 47. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
You don't want to see me. You don't want it. 40. Hey, lock it. Mike, 47. Double dog. That's the way.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now Haskins to throw it. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll drop the throw, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The throw over the middle, taken in. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Saints.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. That's caught by Howard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Now Haskins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Haskins will throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. It's caught. Smith. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Niners, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.